How's it going, everyone? Sethphir here, and welcome back to another Tower of Fantasy video. Today I wanted to talk about Matrices since the Joint Operation 5 has just come out, everybody hitting the level 44 cap. So we're going to talk about the best Matrices to collect. We're talking about DPS, and also for supporting characters that like to do shatter. We will talk a little bit about healing, but the demand for healing is not super high at the moment. It's a lot of supporting the damage that's coming while healing at the same time, so increasing your healing super high is not going to be too important. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So matrices, as you know, are the things that you can equip to your weapons. You can have 4 matrices attached, and they can vary from rarity, starting at blue, going to purple, and then legendary. And then each one of them has a set bonus that will scale up based on how many star copies of that matrice you have. So let's go ahead and talk about the best ones, in my opinion. So we'll start with the standard banner, and then we'll talk a little bit about nemesis special matrices as well. But if you go to the more info here in the section, you can see the drop rates for the matrices, but more importantly, you can see what each one does. And so in my opinion, the best matrices for a shatter character or a shield breaking character is going to be 2 pieces of this king set bonus here. As you can see, it's very powerful, granting a damage boost when you shatter the target's shield for a long period of time, which is definitely going to come in handy. And then in addition to that, having 2 of the Shiro matrices will be a great pair. So this is going to increase your damage and shatter by targets above 50% health by a large amount. So as soon as you start hitting that target, you're going to be able to whittle them down and burn them down super fast. So using 2 of those king matrices as well as 2 of these Shiro matrices for a shatter type character is definitely going to be the way to go. Next, after that, we have the DPS characters, and there are a small difference here from the global version from what we got. So the best DPS matrices is going to be 2-piece Sethphir set bonus, and that's going to have this increasing damage progressively by 1% when hitting a target. It's going to stack up multiple times as long as you keep hitting them. And then 2 pieces on the Crow matrice. Crow matrice is very powerful. It is going to increase your crit to targets with less HP than 60%. So once you start getting them down, they're going to be taking a lot more damage. And there is some wiggle room here. So if you have an actual Sethphir, you can run 4-piece Sethphir matrices instead of the 2-piece Crow and 2-piece Sethphir matrices, because our version of this 4-piece set bonus is different than the Chinese client's version. They have a different effect here. Ours is going to increase the EM electrical explosion damage, which is going to be that explosion damage when you crit proc that keeps happening, and that can be very valuable. And then the other thing is, if you want to forego this 2-piece set bonus with Sethphir, and you feel like your character doesn't hit that much often, maybe you're not using Sethphir as a DPS, you're using somebody else, you could opt in for the 4-piece Crow set, because it is also different from the Chinese version. The crits are going to deal additional damage over time equal to a certain percent that is quite large of attack every single second, so you're going to get a nasty like bleed or dot effect there, and it can be very, very, very powerful. So in my opinion, that's going to be the best for SSRs. And then we'll talk about for free-to-play players, because I think that's very important as well. And especially for people who don't have a full set of matrices yet, myself is included. I don't have a full set. So running a lot of these sets will help you overall. The best shatter matrice for SR for free-to-play is going to be the Robarg set, because when you shatter a target with that 3-piece set bonus, you are going to deal a nasty damage over time effect on them, similar to King's 1-star effect, which is really going to help you out. And then the best DPS matrice for SRs or free-to-play players is going to be Sobek. Sobek will give you a raw damage boost for every enemy that's near you, stacking up to 3 times, and this can get pretty high, so getting Sobek can be a nice route to go. And then finally, we'll talk a little bit about supporting matrices. So right now, supporting is not in the place where it's super needed to heal in a crazy amount. You just need to do more damage while healing enough efficiently. So the only thing you could consider is maybe Coco's 4-piece set bonus, which will allow you to power up the attack of your teammates while you heal. That can be a decent healing matrice set. But other than that, there's really not too much in there for you. Even the low level matrices for SR are free to play, would be things like maybe Pepper to get a little bit of discharge extra so you can keep ulting faster. So that's going to be one thing to take note of. And then finally, we'll wrap this up with the best matrices in the limited banner. So right now we only have one limited banner. So we have Nemesis and Nemesis matrices. And if you take a look at these, their values are significantly lowered from the Chinese version. So we're getting less attack when you heal the target. We are getting less damage on this lightning node effect, so it makes it a little bit less desirable. In my opinion, and what I am personally doing, is saving my matrices chips for the future for a better limited banner character that has different matrices that will be a little bit more valuable. You can choose to opt into this if you just really like Nemesis for some reason, or you really want to extra support with the healer only type of role, because this is kind of good if you do have Nemesis. It does give you like a little bit extra like healing type perks that kind of go alongside of with what you got. So that is something that you could consider, but I probably would take a hard pass on that one for now. Alright, that's going to be it for my best matrices right now. Of course, I will update this later on in the future as things change and as we get in more of the limited bannered characters, but as of the Nemesis patch, this is probably going to be the way to go. Thanks for watching the video. Appreciate that as always. If this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And we will catch you in the next video.